Good afternoon, everybody. Well, it's afternoon for some of you, early evening for others. And for those of you in Australia, I'm seeing a good group of you guys in Australia. So it might be early morning for you guys. I'm not 100% sure. I often forget what day it is, so I couldn't tell you what time it is in Australia. But I am really excited to have you guys here with us. I hope you guys can feel the excitement. I think you guys are seeing the excitement. There's a lot of incredible things happening. You know, we've introduced our second lab product in the last couple of weeks. Last night, I've got Deidre Howard on tonight. She's going to share just a little bit. But we've got a lot of really good things that are happening, not just from a product standpoint. I wish I could turn my camera around. I'd show you some beautiful faces that are sitting here live for this training. We just have such a high quality caliber of individuals that are coming into this company every day. And it's so fun to be here and working with these individuals and seeing their heart, seeing their passion, seeing their integrity. And, you know, from the very beginning, from the very first members that joined this company till the ones that just joined 5 minutes ago, the quality and caliber of people that are coming to this company, it's so inspiring. It's so fun to be sitting where I'm sitting and have a front row seat and being able to see the culture that this company is creating. I always talk about the culture of a company is the heartbeat of any company. You know, you can look at products, you can look at pay plans, you can look at, you know, branding, marketing, videos, websites, back offices, you know, all of those things are tools that help drive a business. But at the end of the day, the heartbeat of any company is that of which is the culture. And I really love the culture that we're creating at this company. And I love it because it's not based on any one individual. It's based on the quality of people's hearts, passions, dreams, reputations, people that have never been in direct sales network marketing before, or industry veterans. I think the last count we had over 38 multimillionaires that have joined this company now, that have done it before, but that are looking to do something different, that are looking to do something different in an industry that we all know and love, but we know that needs to change. And so I'm going to jump right into it. I know that you guys, this is our Tuesday night corporate training. I see some new faces on the attendee list. Welcome. Excited to have you guys here. Excited that you guys are a part of this. Every Tuesday night we get together and these trainings are going to get more and more structured. We're going to talk about how to do the business. We're going to train on back office. We're going to train on tools. We're going to introduce you to new concepts and ideas. One voice, one message, one system. That's our focus here as a corporate team, is that we want to make sure that we're empowering the field with the message so that they can go out and be the messengers. So tonight, though, I wanted to diverge just a little bit, and I hope you guys don't mind. There's no slides tonight. You're just going to see my big, ugly mug on the screen. And then hopefully, Deidre, you'll get to see her happy, beautiful face here in just a little bit. But we started this company with 5 products. Our sole Go were the 2 products that we went out and did proof of concept with. Maybe some of you guys don't know that. We did a proof of concept with Soul and Goal for quite a long time to go out and show proof of concept. And what we were looking for wasn't, hey, is this the next greatest botanical herb or fruit that we can launch a company around to create a buzz or a story or hype, what I call hype, around a particular ingredient, to build a story around and run with it, see what it does. We wanted to have a product that, one, worked, and the way that we knew that it would work is if people reordered it, and 2, find a price point where it would fit into anyone's budget. Those were the 2 real things that we were really focusing on when we were going out and doing proof of concept. And with the Soul and the Go, we found after about 2.5 years of completely online marketing that we were able to generate a 67% reorder rate. And that's impactful. Why? It's impactful because of what we're doing and how we're doing it is that we want people to, and I'll get into the product concept here in just a little bit, the overall product concept of the company here in just a little bit, but that's impactful because there's not even a 70% reorder rate in the industry, period, in a warm market and commissions. And I've always believed and been taught by my mentors, you know, I see some names on here, Jim and Diana Greiner, love them. I hope they don't mind me calling them out. You know, one of my favorite events was with them in Michigan, and learning how this woman built to a 6-figure income by handing out CDs and getting into a system. You know, I've learned a lot from mentors in the business that have really taught me and trained me on different things. But one of the things I learned from one of my mentors was you have to have a product line that stands alone, even if there's not an opportunity attached. And think of that for some of you that have been involved in direct sales network marketing before, you know, if there wasn't an opportunity attached, was the product as appealing as it is at the time that you're doing the business, right? And so that was our focus is that we wanted to make sure that we had a product that stood alone without an opportunity. Then we introduced the Core AO, which is absolutely amazing. It's an incredible life-changing product, which I don't need to tell you guys that. We introduced the Smart Stick, which is one of my absolute favorites. It's something that I make my dad take every day, not just because he's I think he's one of the smartest guys I know, so I'm not saying that, but it's the Huperzine A and Alzheimer's and that whole thing. And then we introduced Trim, right? Those were the 5 products that we launched with. And then shortly after, we introduced the burn caps. And people look at that and they're like, hey, wait a minute. I thought we were a hydration company. We're sticks. And now all of a sudden you have these burn capsules. And trust me, we tried to make those burn capsules fit into a stick and actually taste good. But no matter how hard we tried, we could not do it. It just absolutely would not work. And it was kind of crazy. Hey, Scott Bazina, welcome all the way from Minnesota. And so we had those 6 products and we ran with those for a good year and a half in the business. You know, those were the 6 products. We introduced a couple of lab products, the Edge 3X, and you know, it didn't perform as well as we had hoped in the lab, Edge 3X. And so we pulled that and are redoing some things around the BCAAs and doing some things. And we'll introduce that again, you know, with some of the enhancements and changes. And then we introduced Rocket, which is doing fantastic. That product's still in the lab, but it's doing really well. And we're doing some changes, kind of changing the branding and messaging around it, not changing the product itself. When we first launched it, it was tied to more of a youth sports vitamin drink. And the reality is that it's good for both children and adults. And I was just hearing some testimonials just like right before I got on this call, where they're actually adding it into some drug rehab clinics and helping people get over some withdrawals and stuff. So some really cool testimonials around that. And so just recently though, and I've got Deidre on and I won't steal her thunder, but just recently we introduced our sleep spray. And it's a sleep spray, and that's how we're describing it. We don't have a name for it yet because it's in the lab, and that's how we launch products in the lab. We don't have a name or branding or marketing and so on and forth around it. We want the product to stand on its own. And so really quickly, the sleep spray is completely different. We're not talking about RDT technology, our rapid dispersion technology, which is tied to our sticks. It's 2 other completely different technologies. It's the extraction process of pulling the phytonutrients out of the monocot grasses and nanosizing it. There's a patented process just for that, for the nanosizing and being able to extract the nanonutrients from these monocot grasses without using alcohol or without using other chemicals to extract the nanonutrients. There's this proprietary process in which we extract those nutrients from a natural perspective. And so And the way that we were able to do that was originally, if you were extracting with alcohol or some of these other things, it was actually, they were getting like 25 parts per million. And when they changed it, they were getting 2,500 parts per million when they were extracting it. So it was a huge benefit from a potency aspect of it. But then there's also what we call Trojan horse technology. And this is the really cool aspect, is as if the nano part wasn't, right? it's where they take the nanoparticle and then they take a water molecule and they purify the water molecule to extract all of the impurities out of it. And then they shock it. They shock the water molecule with a vibration, the same vibration that the water molecule is at, and they shatter that water molecule. They introduce the nanonutrient, and then the water molecule comes back together, and that nanonutrient is inside the water molecule. Now, why is that important? Yeah, it sounds cool, Ryan, cool science, but why is that important? Well, it's important because when you look at the human cell, it will accept three things into it: oxygen, blood, and water. We're primarily water. That's like the main substance. So our cells are constantly absorbing water. That's why 75% of Americans, and Jody in Australia, I don't know what that is, but I imagine it's almost as high. Probably don't drink as much sodas in Australia as you do here. But when you're looking at that from that overall perspective, our bodies, our cells are always accumulating water. And so nutrients, our RDT technology, when we start talking about the bioavailability, what we're talking about is how much of that nutrient can we get into your bloodstream? How much of it gets out of your gut and into your bloodstream? And although our percentages are extremely high compared to other nutrients on the marketplace, there's no nutrients that is 100% bioavailable till now. With this Trojan horse technology, because the nanonutrient is inside the water molecule, it is 100% bioavailable. Every nanonutrient is getting directly into your cell, not into your bloodstream, into your cells. And as those cells starts to break down that water molecule, the nanonutrient is already inside, which is awesome. Like, this stuff is like amazing. Like I've never even heard of stuff like this. And so that part of it alone is huge. And so again, I'm going into a lot of depth here on the sleep spray. The reason why I'm doing that is that sleep is one of the side effects of this product. It's not something that you're going to spray in your mouth and it's going to make you fall asleep. This is something that is, it balances your serotonin levels. If you're high, which is ADHD, autistic, mind never shuts off, never can stop thinking, things are always going, or if you're low, which is depression, stress, obesity, diabetes, all of those things, less than 1% of the population, your body actually produces the normal level and amounts of serotonin. So what this product is doing is if you're high, it's bringing it within range. If you're low, it brings it within range. It's an adaptogenic. The phytonutrients are an adaptogenic. And the cool thing about it is it's not a story. It's not some botanical that grew on the side of a mountain that some goat ate to live to be 120. There's clinical studies from Yale University and other different places looking at that, and 7 usage patents tied to the fact. And now the reason why we keep talking about the patent aspect of it is that nobody else, there's 80 different types of monocot grasses. Nobody else can take a monocot grass, harvest it, and manufacture it for the use of stress, weight loss, increased libido. I'm still trying to figure out what that is. I put a call into mom and dad and they haven't returned my call to figure out what libido is. And sleep and depression, all of those things are tied to and tied up in our usage patents. So when we start talking about the sleep spray, again, it's not something that you take and then you can't operate heavy equipment. What it does is it's increasing the serotonin levels. And the reason why we put so much emphasis on sleep is that over 45%, nearly 50% of the world's population has issues with sleep. And so that's why we're tying to it. We don't want to call it a depression spray or a stress spray or a weight loss spray or, all of the libido spray. Those are all tied to moderation or being able to balance one's serotonin levels. Now, I'm not going to steal Deidre's thunder, and I'm going to let her talk about the 8-in-1. hopefully you guys caught the webinar last night that she did. Her and AJ Jill did. It was fantastic. It's recorded. If you go to mnetworkcalls.com, you can see the slides. You can do those different things. But that's a skincare. So sleep spray, burn capsules, and an 8-in-1 skin nutrition, daily skincare product is so far away from a hydration company. And last night I got a phone call after the webinar, and it was like, hey, Ryan, great webinar, totally excited about trying the products, but I thought we were a hydration company. And I said, well, I referred him back to our 5 product things. Number 1, they have to taste good, smell good, or feel good. You can totally taste the skincare. Deidre will tell you that here in a second, that it absolutely tastes amazing. Not, maybe, I don't know, I haven't tried it, but you could eat it and you won't die. Not recommending it, however. Has to have a premium quality, be easy to sample, demonstrate, or share. Has to compete at the, from a quality aspect, from a retail perspective, high premium quality. And number 5, which is equally as important, has to compete from a price point at the retail price points. And so, yeah, and Jody just said, the skincare hydrates anyway. So it hydrates our skin. Skin is an organ, the largest organ of the body. Nice job, Jody. But here, I just wanted to take 5 minutes, and then I'm going to turn the time over to Deidre to talk about, I don't want her to talk about the ingredients because she talked about that last night. I don't want her to talk about price point. She talked about that last night. I don't want her to talk about usage. She talked about that last night. What I want to talk about, and so I'm just prepping you here just a little bit, Deidre, is I want you to take 5-10 minutes and talk about the testimonials that you're getting back from this product already. And it's amazing. I know that you were on a call with the UK today and seeing some of those things. It's amazing, the testimonials. I got a testimonial just this morning on my drive in with the sleep spray. Somebody who I've known for a very long time, who's a near and dear friend of mine, who suffers from depression and can't sleep and has issues from that perspective. And I don't want to get emotional, but that type of testimonial to me is the reason why we started this company. It wasn't to create the next greatest direct sales or network marketing companies. We could hype this thing up, light a fire underneath it, throw smoke and mirrors around it, and blow this thing out of the water, because I've been a part of that. I know how to do that. But that's not what we want to do. We want to build this thing with integrity and substance, longevity, a true legacy company, right? But getting back to the product philosophy, our product philosophy is this. It has to meet those 5 requirements always. But in addition to that, we want to make it so simple and so easy for people that are in your business and not in your business, customers, to subscribe to your business. Think of it this way. Little Amazon shops all over the world selling high impact products that work, that meet those 5 requirements, that people can afford, that's subscribing to your store. That's our goal. We want to be known as the subscription-based direct sales network marketing company where people are subscribing to your business, buying their products, whether they're part of the business or not. And so when we introduce a product into the lab, yes, we want your feedback. Yes, we want your DNA to understand if these products are going to work, if they're going to sell, if they're going to move the needle. But the number one thing that we're looking for is, are people going to reorder these products? Like, I've been a part of companies in the past where they swore up and down that those products saved their life. And then as soon as the next shiny nickel came by, they stopped ordering that product. It was crazy, right? And so when we're here with M, our goal, our focus, our intent is to create a product lineup that is so strong, so powerful, that whether people are doing the business or not, they will always subscribe to your business and buy products from you. So next time we roll out a product, and we're going to introduce you to a new stick on Monday, and then probably in another week or 2 after that, we're going to introduce you to another one. And then probably another week or two after that, we're going to introduce you to another one. We got 3 new formulas that are coming down the pike that I'm excited about that's in a stick pack. So no, we're not abandoning the stick packs. No, we're not trying to launch a million products at once. It was just, you know, Deidre has been talking to us and putting this product together since spring of 2016. She's been formulating, I mean, really, she's been working on this. Deidre's only like 24. She's been working on it since she was like the last 30 years. So I'm not trying to figure out how that math works. Deidre, maybe you can help me with that. But it's just kind of funny how all of these things are coming to fruition all at once. But again, I don't want people to get distracted. I don't want people to lose focus on what's important, and that's you and your goals and your dreams. And I don't want people to lose their way and try to say, okay, what is this company doing? Why are they launching so many products? Why are these things? Again, it's all tied into your goals, your dreams, but most importantly, your reputation. And as a company owner, it's our obligation, because you're a company owner as well, like we're all partners in this, is that we provide products with value that has longevity and staying power. So next time somebody asks you or somebody goes down that path with you, you know exactly what this company is focused on. And that is creating the best opportunity, not only today, but tomorrow, a year from now, 10 years from now, 30 years from now, 50 years from now, 60 years from now. What we build together will outlive our lifespan unless we come up with some everlasting stick, which I've challenged the team to do. I don't know what we'll call it. Maybe we'll call it the Everlast Stick or something. But I'll get off that soapbox. Any questions on that, please do not hesitate to reach out or ask me directly. But this is your company. There's never been a better time to be a part of this company. There's never been a better opportunity, I believe, to change an industry that we all know and love. And I believe that the M Network is positioned at the tip of the sword of the change that this industry has to have to last another 120 years. So Deidre, if you would just take 5-10 minutes.
I'm going to start with my friend Amy in Canada. When we were in Park City, and she got to use the 8-in-1 for the first time. She shared with me that she has had embarrassing oily skin her whole life, where she'd have to go and, you know, and get rid of her oil a couple times a day. When she was in public, she was embarrassed. And she's actually a cosmetologist. I mean, she lives and works in the beauty field and has tried everything under the sun. So she asked me, is this really going to help me with my oily skin? And I said, your first try, your first use, you're going to see a difference, and it's going to last all day long. I know it's hard to believe, but it will. And she came and talked to me the next day, and she told me that she was really skeptical, but she hasn't had an issue with oil since that day. And it's been a lifelong issue for her. So there's one. Then we have Pam's daughter, which I think everybody saw last night, but I got an updated picture from her today, from Pam today. I don't know if I can share a screen and I can show it to you, but she has the before and afters of a month. And so she's been having a challenge with skin since she was 11 years old. I didn't realize that. See, the more I learn about this story, the more amazed I am. And since she was 11 years old and has been bullied because of it, it just breaks my heart, because she's such a sweetheart. And so Pam was our demo, wasn't she, at the leadership? And in fact, she had makeup on, and so we used it with makeup and everything. And then she called her girls on FaceTime, and they were like, "Mom, you went to the spa. We can tell you got a facial." And she's like, "No, I didn't. It's this new product." And they wouldn't believe her. They thought for sure that she'd gone and gotten a facial. But she took it home and was so excited to be able to use it on her daughter. And it's a dramatic difference. And should I see if I can share my screen and show everybody? Well, you don't have a choice now. I just did it. This is the updated one I got from Pam today. And so this is the before and the after. And sometimes when it's in a collage like this, it's really hard to see. But what I want you to notice, and what the comments have been, is that the hyperpigmentation from long ago past acne and inflammation that's been there. Because sometimes you can have acne and you'll have, and you guys know, you'll have a place where you might have picked or whatever, and 2 years later it's still there. So to be able to lighten that hyperpigmentation is really amazing, and it will continue to lighten the longer she uses it on a consistent basis. That's an amazing, testimonial that we've gotten. And then it's just been simple testimonials of moms that are so busy that they just don't take the time to do the 3 and 4, even 3 steps. If you just cleanse, tone, and hydrate or moisturize, that they're not able to do that. They don't have time. They've got little ones running around, and
cost, right?
Put that on right away.
Cost, right? Because you look at the cost, Deidre. I mean, like, we went to, don't hold this against me, anyone.
You said you didn't want to talk about cost, so I was.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you're talking about the benefits, because that was one of the testimonials that I got in today, was a beautiful single mom who loves to pamper herself but can't afford it. And we went to Walmart and we found like a 3-step system for like $80, right? And that, like when we look at this, a lot of times, unfortunately, because of just life in general, products, nutrition, and this is why I went down this path, was nutrition is a lot of times a luxury, not a necessity. Sleep, a lot of times, is a luxury, not a necessity.
Right.
Skincare is a luxury, not a necessity. And the reason for that is because of the price points are so high that it makes it extremely difficult for people to get the proper nutrition, to get the proper sleep, to get proper skin nutrition. Like, until I met Deidre, my skin regimen was Dial soap. And that was once a week, and because I didn't want to dry out my skin, at least that's what I told everybody. So that's the thing that I love about these revolutionary products, is that not only do they work, not only do they instantly demonstratable. I love Deidre's quote when she says, "This product works 100% of the time when used properly." And we're going to have videos of that just to make sure that people aren't using it improperly. The sleep, if you took that consistently for 30 days, I guarantee you when you stop using it, you're going to know that you were taking something, right?
Right.
And the same with the sticks, we were doing some fun retention numbers. We're in the 80 percentile retention with people that order our products and get on Blue Box. 80%. It's unheard of. And so, yeah, not to steal your thunder, Deidre, but at the end of the day, that's why we're excited about this product. That's the reason why we know that the 8-in-1 is going to blow through the lab and do some fantastic things. And you're going to get reorders, and you're going to get subscriptions, and the sleep, and so on and so forth. We're really excited about how we're positioning this. And that's why, I believe there's never been a greater opportunity to be a part of M than there is right now.
I agree 100%. 100%. If you just got started yesterday, you got started at the perfect moment, because the momentum is just amazing right now. So put on your seatbelt, because it's never going to get any slower than it is right now, and it ain't slow. Yeah. So it's one more testimonial, and then I'll be done. Is somebody that has had psoriasis in their hairline for as long as they can remember, and they have to buy steroids and different things to just keep it under bay, and that's really expensive. They don't have insurance, they can't afford that, so they have to buy it. And what she told me is she purchases it when she can afford it, and when she can't afford it, she just wears her hair down and she just deals with the pain of it, even to sleep at night. And so I got some to her about a month ago, because I wanted her to start slow and really see how well it would work, because at the time she didn't have the money for her steroid cream, and it's almost completely gone. She can't believe it. And there's still a little redness there, but you know, she's a 30-year-old woman and she's never not had it look like, even when she used that cream, it would still come back the minute she stopped using it.
We are excited for all of the things that are happening, and we're definitely excited to be partnered with you guys. And Deidre, I just want to publicly say thank you for all that you guys do each and every day. And you and Chris are absolutely awesome. So love all of the hard work and dedication. I wish you guys could have
Couldn't do it without you.
Hours. I was going home at 3 o'clock every day to go get my mani-pedi, and Deidre was still there when I left at 3. So I'm assuming she put in longer hours than me. But anyway, love you guys. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you. If you haven't already, grab a hold of some of these new products. But more importantly, share them with a friend, family member, coworker. They're going to absolutely love them. And just know that every product that we launch isn't to just throw products against the wall and see what sticks. There's strategy behind every one of them, and a lot of thought that's gone into them to make sure that we all ensure that we have an incredible business and future and legacy together. So with that, God bless each and every one of you. Love you. Make it a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.